I was really very surprised, and it was the way they did it.
It was hilarious.
The chair of our division called a meeting.
It was at the beginning of class.
I brought my pad just like it's a regular divisional meeting.
I almost never cancel a class, but I had canceled that class.
I was circulating around the room passing out number 2 pencils so students could do their teacher course evaluations.
So then in walks this gentleman with these balloons.
They actually walk in and say, Dr. Mincelli, and of course I said yes, and they all pile in.
I thought, that's strange.
And I jumped up thinking I had to defend my turf and make sure that I had the classroom and that kind of thing.
The way I felt, to be honest, is a little bit like, what are these people doing in my classroom? I've got a job to do, and these students are all paying attention. What are you doing?
Then they said, congratulations.
And then I cried.
Of course, I was shocked and overwhelmed.
To get a teaching award, to be awarded in the classroom and I wasn't there was really mortifying.
It was a huge surprise.
It was a great honor.
When you get an award like this, it's very humbling.
Well, I think it's terrific that the Alumni Association recognizes and honors teaching. It's one of our most important responsibilities.
I'm very proud of this institution. It's a great institution. I'm happy to be an alum. So the fact that this is sponsored by the Alumni Association means a lot to me.
And meant a lot to me that people would nominate me for something like this, and I'm very grateful.
I think it's especially important because it comes from students, because that's the client or the patient. And if they're satisfied, then that's the highest honor.
It also tells me that some of the knowledge that I'm trying to share with students and some of the ways that I'm trying to encourage them to think about things really meant something to someone, to a student.
When they feel that you are doing a good job, I think that's the best compliment you can get.
To see the impact that my teaching has on students is, it's a bit overwhelming. I mean, I try not to dwell on it very much and stay focused on the next right thing in the classroom, but it's really it's quite an honor.
And there's a good connection in my mind between the research that I do in the classroom and what I teach in the classroom, and making sure that what I'm teaching in the classroom fits with what's going on out there.
So I think they're very closely tied.
Those who are most actively involved in research are often, not always, but often the very best teachers as well, because they convey an excitement about what they're doing.
Being able to bring what I see in the world into the classroom always adds something new to it.
If you're a leader in your field, then students pick up on that.
If you can inspire a passion for something, whether it be great patient care or just an incredible interest or passion for a particular topic, then that inspires students to want to learn more, and you learn more by doing research.
I always say the best advertisement for anything is the product. And I think if we turn out really first-class students, that will help us reach this top 20.
Well, it's not the grading, that's for sure.
I enjoy trying to keep one step ahead of the students.
Part of it is that I like to learn myself, and this is a perfect environment for that.
I find I learn more from students than they learn from me.
To be able to sort of engage in that kind of relationship with students is really special.
It's invigorating because it's never the same class. Even if you have some of the same materials, it's always a different group. It's always a surprise.
I teach because I love to teach, and I love people, and I love particularly young people.
It's a really special thing to make a positive difference in the lives of these students.
I get to live vicariously through that a little bit, and feel like I've had a small part in some of the contributions that they've made.
It's just exciting to be a part of, it's really being a part of their future.
The most rewarding part is participating in somebody else's development.
Perhaps they're asking questions about the world we live in differently.
When you see them maybe change their mind, maybe think about something a little more deeply than they would have before.
To see that process happening and to be able to be a part of that, I think, is what's really rewarding.
to see them make policy changes that can benefit not only our community but the state and the nation as well.
Feeling that you're contributing to their future, and also if they're in healthcare professions, you're really contributing to the care that they give their patients.
Being an influence in somebody's life.
I really think the life lessons that are taught in the classroom and through the teaching process are the most rewarding, not what they learn about plant pathology.